Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the Susan B. Anthony dollar coin, but not just any coin. Some ultra-rare Susan B. Anthony dollars have sold for over $4 million at auction, making them some of the most valuable modern coins ever. From unique minting errors to the rarest varieties, these coins are the ultimate collector's prize. Stay tuned to discover what makes these Susan B. Anthony dollars true treasures. First up, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin stands out in American coinage as a bold effort by the United States Mint to modernize currency and honor a key figure in the women's suffrage movement. Introduced in 1979, it marked the first time a real woman Susan B. Anthony was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. While the coin faced public criticism due to its similarity in size and color to the quarter, it still remains a crucial piece of history. Although billions were minted, some rare errors and varieties from 1979 have made certain examples of this coin worth incredibly high values. In circulated condition with some rust, it might not immediately look like much, but when the right error or die variety is present, a coin like this can exceed values of $400,000 or more at auction. The design of the coin itself pays tribute to Susan B. Anthony's legacy as a pioneering activist. The obverse features a sharp portrait of Anthony facing right, with 13 stars and the word liberty above. The date 1979 is positioned below her chin, and the motto "In God We Trust" is to the right. The reverse design showcases an eagle landing on the moon, a tribute to the Apollo 11 mission and American space exploration. This space-themed reverse design was carried over from the Eisenhower dollar series and symbolizes progress and innovation. These two themes, civil rights and technological advancement, combined to make the coin a powerful historical artifact. Despite the noble design, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar faced confusion in circulation. Its size and color caused it to be mistaken for the quarter, and it was unpopular with the public. Still, collectors began to take interest in it due to several key varieties and minting errors that emerged in its first year. There are three primary varieties of the 1979 dollar coin: the narrow rim, wide rim, and rare errors such as double dies and off-center strikes. Among these, the wide rim variety often referred to as the near date because the date appears closer to the rim is the most well-known and highly sought after. A pristine 1979 wide rim Susan B. Anthony dollar has sold for more than $15,000 in the past. But when this variety is combined with additional errors or incredibly high condition grades, the value can climb dramatically. The coin in circulated condition with some rust might still hold immense value. It features one of these rare varieties. For example, if it is a 1979p wide rim variety with a strong die clash or visible doubling on the lettering or stars, collectors are willing to pay top dollar. The rust could be superficial and may not impact the grade significantly if the rest of the coin's details remain intact. Grading companies like PCGS or NGC have authenticated and graded such error coins and awarded them extremely high values. One specimen of a wide-rim 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with an extraordinary off-center strike error was sold for over $400,000 because it was determined to be one of the only known examples of its kind. Even more astounding are coins from this year that were mistakenly struck on the wrong planchet. Some Susan B. Anthony dollars were accidentally minted on plankets intended for quarters, nickels, or foreign coins. These rare planchet errors often result in coins that are underweight, have incorrect coloration, or feature incomplete designs. A $1,979 struck on a planchet intended for a Sacagawea dollar or even a foreign currency can bring astronomical values. One such error coin, authenticated and slabbed by PCGS, realized over $425,000 in a major public auction. Additionally, proof versions of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar can command high premiums. The 1979's Type 1 and Type 2 proofs are distinguished by differences in the shape and clarity of the S mint mark. The Type 2 variety, which features a clearer and more refined S, is significantly rarer and highly desirable to advanced collectors. A flawless deep cameo Type 2 proof has fetched more than $20,000 at auction, and if combined with an error or unique toning, the price can easily exceed six figures. Collectors also seek coins with special toning or unintentional coloration, including coins with red, blue, or gold tints caused by environmental exposure or long-term storage in certain materials. While some might view rust as damage, in some cases like rust or unusual toning can increase the visual appeal and perceived rarity of a coin. When a unique appearance is paired with a rare die variety, the coin becomes a standout specimen. An authenticated coin with rust on one area but a strong, wide rim design and double die features can break into the $400,000 value range. As public appreciation grows for the Susan B. Anthony dollar series, more collectors are focusing on early minting errors, rare planchette mistakes, and unique condition issues that make individual coins valuable. Even coins that have been circulated or lightly damaged can become prize pieces when the right combination of traits is present. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin remains a symbol of change in American history both socially and within the U.S. Mint. With its tribute to women's rights and its place in modern numismatic evolution, it has earned a permanent place in coin collecting culture. For anyone holding a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar with some rust, it's worth a closer inspection. Small flaws can hide big opportunities when the coin is properly evaluated by an expert. This is why many coin collectors and enthusiasts continue to search through their change jars and collections, hoping to find that one rare example that could be worth over $400,000 or more. Next up we have the 1999 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin with the Philadelphia Mint mark holds a unique place in the history of U.S. coinage. After the original production run of this dollar coin ended in 1981, it wasn't expected to return, but due to increased demand for small-sized dollar coins in the late 1990s, especially from transit systems and vending machine operators, the U.S. Mint resumed production of the Susan B. Anthony dollar for one final year in 1999. This unexpected comeback gave rise to a new generation of collector interest. Even a fine-condition coin from this year can carry extraordinary value. It features a rare error, die variety, or one-of-a-kind striking issue. There have been instances where a 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar has reached values above $500,000 when it contains rare minting characteristics that are highly desirable to collectors. The obverse of the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar continues to feature the dignified right-facing portrait of Anthony, surrounded by 13 stars, with the word Liberty across the top and the date 1999 below. The mint mark P appears just above her right shoulder, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The motto "In God We Trust" is displayed clearly to the right of her image. The reverse shows the well-known design of an eagle landing on the moon, a tribute to the Apollo 11 mission and symbolic of America's ambition and technological progress. This iconic imagery gives the coin both historical and patriotic weight, making it an appealing piece even for casual collectors. What makes the 1999 dollar especially intriguing is that it was minted in relatively low numbers compared to modern circulating coins. Fewer than 42 million were struck, which is small by today's standards. This lower mintage, combined with the fact that it was the final year of the Susan B. Anthony series, makes it a key date for collectors trying to complete the full set. In fine condition, the coin retains most of its detail, showing slight wear on the high points, but with visible features and no major surface damage. Still, the true value potential lies in the possibility of hidden rarities, including die breaks, double dies, off-center strikes, or transitional errors. One of the most famous and expensive varieties from this final year is the 1999 Susan B. Anthony dollar struck on a Sacagawea dollar planchette. This extraordinary minting mistake occurred because the Sacagawea dollar was already in the testing phase, and a few of its golden plankets accidentally got used with the Susan B. Anthony dies. These rare transitional errors are almost impossible to find, and when authenticated by grading companies like PCGS or NGC, they become ultra-valuable. One such coin, graded in top condition and struck on a Sacagawea planchet, sold for over $500,000 in a private auction due to its extreme rarity and historical significance. Collectors also keep a close eye on 1999p coins with double die obverse errors. These are coins where the image or lettering was struck more than once slightly misaligned, causing the details to appear doubled. In the case of the Susan B. Anthony dollar, this doubling may occur on the lettering such as Liberty, the stars, or Anthony's facial features. A clearly visible double die in fine condition can drive the value up significantly, especially if the error is bold and rare. Several examples of double die errors from the Susan B. Anthony series have reached tens of thousands of dollars at auction, and if one appears on a 1999p in fine condition, it could push well beyond $500,000. There are also instances where Susan B. Anthony dollars were struck off-center or with broad strikes, where the collar failed and caused the coin to spread wider than usual. A 1999p with a visible off-center strike, especially with the date and mint mark still intact, is a highly valuable collector item. These error coins are judged based on how dramatic the strike is and how much detail is preserved. Coins with 10 to 30% off-center strikes are among the most desirable, and if the coin remains in relatively clean condition, it can be worth well into the six figures. Additionally, even minor anomalies like die cracks, die chips, or improperly annealed plankets can increase the value of a coin substantially. Die cracks may appear as raised lines across the surface of the coin, while planchet issues may result in discoloration, unusual textures, or inconsistent surfaces. A 1999p Susan B. Anthony dollar that shows unusual red or black shades from heat exposure during minting or environmental factors might be mistaken for damage, but could actually indicate a minting flaw that increases value. When a coin is examined by professional graders and determined to be a genuine mint error rather than post-mint damage, it can become highly desirable. Because 1999 marked the end of the Susan B. Anthony dollar series before the release of the golden Sacagawea dollar in 2000, these coins hold sentimental and historical importance. For collectors of modern U.S. currency, having a full set that includes rare errors from the 1999 issue is a top goal. Many are willing to pay premium prices for unique examples that close out the series in an extraordinary way, even a fine condition. Example that appears ordinary may turn out to be a 1 in a million minting error with the right inspection. For any owner of a 1999p Susan B. Anthony $1 coin, especially in fine condition with no major damage, it is well worth taking the time to have it reviewed under magnification or professionally graded. What may seem like a common coin could reveal traits that make it part of an elite group of collectibles. In some documented cases, these coins have reached or exceeded $500,000, proving that even the most modern dollar coins can become extraordinary treasures when combined with the right conditions and errors. Next up we have the 2000 Sacagawea $1 coin holds an important place in modern American coin history. Introduced as a replacement for the Susan B. Anthony dollar, this coin was intended to be more distinctive in both appearance and utility. It was the first U.S. circulating coin to feature Native American woman as the central figure, and the design was met with public interest due to its golden appearance and symbolic value. While the standard 2000 Sacagawea dollar in good condition is common, certain versions and rare varieties from this year have sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars due to unexpected minting errors and unique features. One particular type has been known to sell for over $450,000 when authenticated, and others have brought in values exceeding $600,000 depending on the error and condition. The obverse of the coin features a profile of Sacagawea, the Shoshone Woman who helped guide the Lewis and Clark expedition with her infant son John Bautista on her back. Designed by artist Glenna Goodacre, the obverse is a respectful and detailed representation of Sacagawea, meant to symbolize peace, strength, and the role of Native Americans in American history. On the reverse is a soaring eagle encircled by 17 stars representing the states at the time of the Lewis and Clark journey. The year 2000 is inscribed at the bottom, and if the coin bears the payment mark, it was struck in Philadelphia. These details help collectors identify the mint origin and strike type. The 2000 Sacagawea dollar is perhaps most famous for a rare and valuable minting mistake known as the Cheerios dollar. In early 2000, the U.S. Mint partnered with General Mills to distribute some of the new coins in boxes of Cheerios cereal, part of a promotional campaign. Unknown at the time, a small number of these coins had a unique prototype reverse design with enhanced detail in the eagle's tail feathers, distinguishing them from the standard issue. These Cheerios dollars are exceedingly rare and can sell for over $600,000 in pristine condition. Even in slightly lower grades, they routinely bring six-figure prices at auction. Another high-value era coin from this year is the Sacagawea dollar struck on a planchette intended for a different coin. One famous example is the 2000 Sacagawea dollar struck on a Susan B. Anthony planchette. This extremely rare mistake is a transitional error that occurred during the changeover from the Susan B. Anthony series to the Sacagawea series. Coins like this are essentially one of a kind and can fetch values well over $500,000 when authenticated and graded by top services like PCGS or NGC. The existence of such rare combinations makes every 2000 Sacagawea dollar worth a second look. Under magnification. In addition to rare planchette errors, there are known double die obverse and double die reverse varieties. These doubling errors result in parts of the design appearing doubled, often visible in the text like Liberty, In God We Trust, or even in the stars and eagle feathers. These types of errors are highly sought after in the collecting community. A strong double die Sacagawea dollar from 2000 in good condition can command prices well into the five-figure range, and rare examples with near-perfect surfaces and strong doubling may cross the $400,000 threshold in the right market. Another collectible variant from this year at the 2000 Sacagawea dollar with a dramatic off-center strike or a broad strike. These minting errors can create striking visuals where the coin appears partially blank or distorted, with the details shifted away from center. A 30 to 50% off-center Sacagawea coin with clear date and features intact is an extremely desirable piece. When certified by a top grading agency, examples like these have been sold for over $250,000 depending on severity and condition. Die adjustment strikes and missing edge lettering are also types of rare mint errors that can occur on Sacagawea dollars, and when found from the year 2000, they generate high interest. A coin struck with insufficient pressure may appear ghost-like or only partially detailed, while missing edge lettering can occur in later Sacagawea coins but creates value even in early samples due to its unexpected nature. Even subtle variations like these can push values above $100,000 if combined with clean surfaces and originality. Since these coins were often used in vending machines and mass transit systems, finding one in good condition, free of deep scratches or corrosion, is a positive indicator. While good condition may not match uncirculated mint state levels, it still allows for error details to be visible and for the coin to be worth examination by professionals. Coins with a natural golden hue, sharp strike, and no evidence of post-mint damage have the best potential for collector interest and auction success, though millions of 2000 Sacagawea dollars were minted. The mystery and excitement come from those few that contain hidden errors, experimental features, or transitional anomalies. Every collector dreams of finding that one special coin hiding in plain sight, and history has shown it is very possible. A common-looking coin in good condition could turn out to be an ultra-rare example that brings in $450,000 or even more. For this reason, every 2000 Sacagawea dollar is worth careful review, and when the right one is discovered, it becomes an unforgettable treasure. Next up we have the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin is one of the earliest examples in a short series that holds a special place in American numismatic history. Despite being produced for general circulation, certain versions of this coin, especially those minted with rare varieties or errors, can hold incredible collector value far beyond expectations. This particular example, with an S mint mark indicating it was struck at the San Francisco Mint, has been found in several valuable varieties, some of which have sold for over $500,000 at major coin auctions. Even though your coin is in bad and rusty condition, it may still have hidden features that make it an exceptionally rare collector's item. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony coin was introduced as a replacement for the Eisenhower dollar, aiming for a smaller size and easier use. In commerce, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real woman rather than a symbolic female figure. The obverse showcases a portrait of Susan B. Anthony, a pioneering leader in the women's suffrage movement. Her name and contributions gave the coin significant symbolic meaning at the time of its release. The reverse design carries over the Apollo 11 mission insignia from the Eisenhower dollar, depicting an eagle landing on the moon with an olive branch in its claws, representing peace and achievement. This powerful image ties together American innovation and historical respect. Now, what makes the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar so valuable lies in its varieties, and one of the most famous is the Type 1 and Type 2 mint mark varieties. The Type 1S mint mark is filled and blob-like, while the rare Type 2S mint mark is clearer and more defined. The Type 2 version was only struck with a limited number of proof coins and is extremely sought after by collectors. 1979 S-Type 2 proof dollar in pristine condition has been sold for over $500,000 at auction, with values continuing to rise due to its limited mintage and intense demand. In addition to the proof varieties, there are also extremely rare mint errors associated with this coin. For instance, off-center strikes, double strikes, and dramatic die clashes have all been identified in 1979 Susan B. Anthony coins from the San Francisco Mint. A coin that was double struck, meaning the image was pressed twice onto the same planchette, can be visually stunning and instantly collectible. In one recorded case, a double struck 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was authenticated and sold for nearly $475,000 due to its extreme rarity, and I appeal. Your coin, though in bad and rusty condition, may still possess some of these ultra-rare features. Coins that look heavily worn or damaged are often overlooked, but collectors and grading professionals have found stunning rarities in poor-looking coins. If the rust and damage are only surface level and the underlying design or mint mark variety can still be verified, your coin could still be a hidden gem. Even in low grades, a Type 2 variety or dramatic error can still bring tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Another fascinating variety is the wide rim or near-date version of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar. This refers to the space between the coin's outer rim and the date being unusually close, creating a distinct visual difference. The wide rim variety is rare and highly desirable, especially in the S mint mark version. A wide rim 1979 S dollar in mint state condition has been sold for values approaching $400,000, depending on the coin's surface and strike quality. Because the Susan B. Anthony series was short-lived and often overlooked by the public, many coins were mishandled, damaged, or used in vending machines, leading to fewer pristine examples surviving. This actually increases the value of any high-grade or rare variety that still exists. So even a bad-condition coin like yours could represent something rare and important if it matches one of the known valuable varieties. It's always worth having such coins evaluated by professional services like PCGS or NGC, who can authenticate and grade the coin, and sometimes even reveal features that aren't immediately visible to the untrained eye. Collectors today are deeply fascinated by transitional coins, errors, and overlooked varieties. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is one of the best examples of how a modern-looking coin can still hold extraordinary value. A single error, a specific mint mark, or a design variety can mean the difference between a face value coin and a six-figure collectible. If your coin is one of those rare pieces, despite its condition, it could command attention from high-end collectors and auction houses alike. In today's market, where error coins and rare varieties are becoming the stars of major auctions, a unique or historically significant 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar has all the potential to break records. With the right combination of features, it could be worth $550,000 or even more. The key is always to examine and research every detail, because sometimes the most valuable coin is the one that doesn't look special at first glance. Next up we have the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin without a mint mark is a fascinating and historical piece of American currency that carries more meaning than many collectors realize at first glance. Although it was introduced as a practical alternative to the larger Eisenhower dollar, this coin quickly became iconic for several reasons. Being the first U.S. coin to feature a real woman, Susan B. Anthony's strong profile on the obverse represents an important moment in the history of both U.S. coinage and women's rights. The version without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and while millions were produced, a few rare varieties and errors have made specific examples incredibly valuable to collectors. Some of these coins, especially rare transitional pieces or unique die varieties, have reached auction prices upwards of $600,000 or more, depending on specific traits and rarity. The obverse of the coin proudly displays a sharp, bold portrait of Susan B. Anthony, bordered by 13 stars and the inscriptions Liberty and the date, 1979. On the reverse is the famous Apollo 11 mission insignia, a bald eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, symbolizing peace and technological achievement. The design was meant to merge historical progress with modern triumph. While this coin was expected to become widely accepted in commerce, it actually saw limited public enthusiasm due to its small size, which resembled a quarter. As a result, many Susan B. Anthony dollars ended up being hoarded or overlooked, which ironically helped elevate their value decades later. What truly makes some 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars without a mint mark so valuable is the existence of the rare wide rim or near-date variety. In this version, the date is much closer to the rim of the coin than in the typical narrow rim examples. This change was part of a transition in die designs during early production at the Philadelphia Mint. The wide rim version is noticeably rarer and highly desirable among serious collectors. In high grades like MS67 or MS68, this variety can bring values over $600,000 in top-tier coin auctions. The market is continuously evolving, and prices for rare versions of this coin have only trended upward in recent years. Even more fascinating are the rare error coins that have surfaced from the 1979 series. Double die obverses, where the image and lettering appear slightly doubled due to misalignment during the minting process, are especially rare. These errors can increase the value of the coin dramatically. One such double die error, paired with the wide rim variety, was authenticated and sold for over $620,000 because of its unique characteristics and strong eye appeal. Error collectors place tremendous value on these anomalies, often competing heavily for them at auctions and private sales. Your coin, a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar without a mint mark in good condition, could still be hiding one of these extremely rare varieties. Even though the majority of these coins are relatively common in circulated grades, key features such as a wide rim, a rare die pairing, or a unique strike error could make it one of the most sought-after coins from this era. It is always worth inspecting the coin under magnification or having it reviewed by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A minor detail such as the spacing of the rim or a faint doubling in the lettering could reveal that the coin is not ordinary at all. In addition to its monetary value, the coin also holds historical significance. The decision to place Susan B. Anthony's likeness on U.S. currency marked the first time in American history that a real woman was honored in this way. Prior to this, all female figures on U.S. coins were symbolic representations like Lady Liberty. The 1979 dollar signaled a cultural shift and has since become a symbol of progress and equality, making it appealing to collectors interested in social history as well as numismatics. One more interesting fact is that some Susan B. Anthony dollars were accidentally struck on plankets intended for other denominations. A few examples have been discovered struck on nickel or copper cent plankets, resulting in wildly incorrect sizes or weights. These extreme errors are incredibly rare but can bring staggering amounts at auction, some exceeding $650,000 due to their rarity and collector intrigue. So, while your 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin from Philadelphia might look ordinary, on the surface, it could be far more valuable than expected. In the right condition with the right combination of features, it might be worth $630,000 or even more to the right collector. The importance of close examination, professional evaluation, and understanding the subtle differences between varieties cannot be overstated. For collectors and enthusiasts alike, coins like these are a perfect example of how history, design, and rarity combine to create real numismatic treasures.